Inside a confined hub of the Matrix, Bugs, the chief of the Mnemosyne, experiences a program, running old code, including Trinity's disclosure of Neo's area, before agents of the Matrix view as her. Bugs observes one of the specialists, acting unusually, and finds he is really the exemplification of Morpheus, and assists with liberating him from the hub before it is eradicated. Thomas Anderson is a fruitful game designer, having made a set of 3 of games, in view, he had always wanted of the Matrix, with the guide of his colleague Smith.
He experiences difficulty isolating dreams from the real world, however his specialist counsels him and gives him blue pills to assist with keeping his mental soundness, however he later will not take it. He sees an interloper in one of his private occurrences of the game, yet later observes that the occasion had been erased by Smith. Outside the Matrix, Bugs and Morpheus find Neo's sign inside the Matrix, regardless of the conviction he had kicked the bucket. They interface Neo to Anderson, and acknowledge he had been unknowingly running the hub to permit Morpheus to be found. Bugs and her partners enter the Matrix to assist with finding Neo's body in reality, and find that Smith is Agent Smith, having been overseeing Anderson's exercises. Bugs assists Anderson with escaping Smith and his new capacity to assume responsibility for various people inside the Matrix as a multitude. Bugs and Morpheus disclose to Anderson what the Matrix is, and with his view of reality previously disappearing, Anderson consents to be separated. Neo awakens in a unit, observing that a close-by case contains Trinity, however machine substances, faithful to Bugs, recuperate him before he can free her. He is taken to the Mnemosyne and to the new human safe haven of Io, where he is once again introduced to an old Niobe. Niobe clarifies 60 years had passed in reality since the finish of the machine war, and the human survivors have aligned with the machines to keep the framework neutralizing an anomaly inside it. Niobe takes Neo to meet Sethi, an outcast program he had recently met, who clarifies that the anomaly was made after the machine war and had some way or another restored Neo and Trinity and kept them detached from others. However, Neo needs to protect Trinity. Sethi cautions that there could be ramifications of this. Niobe orders Neo to stay outside the Matrix, yet Bugs and others consent to resist her orders to attempt to assist with liberating Trinity. Planning exercises in and outside the Matrix, Neo and Bugs enter the Matrix yet are met by Smith and other exile projects would need to see the Matrix got back to its previous self. While Bugs and her team battle the exiles, Neo countenances against Smith, gradually reviewing his past capacities to twist the principles of reality inside the Matrix. With Smith crushed, they take Neo to Tiffany's auto shop, yet before Neo can converse with her, his specialist shows up and dials back time. The advisor uncovers himself to be the Analyst, a program that concentrates on the human mind however has since developed all the more remarkable. He saw Neo and Trinity pass on toward the finish of the machine war however made the revival cases as to concentrate on the more. Over incalculable emphasis, he found that separately, the two were not extraordinary but rather when they filled in as one, they had overwhelmed the framework. Hence, the Analyst has been controlling the most recent emphasis of the Matrix as to keep the two close to one another yet keeping them from turning out to be close. As this has undermined the anomaly, the machines have arranged to reboot the Matrix once more, yet the Analyst has requires that to briefly wait. He takes steps to kill Trinity and the off chance that Neo doesn't get back to be reinserted in his case. Neo and Bugs are driven away from the Matrix and another boat faithful to Niobe takes the Mnemosyne back to Io. Neo argues to Niobe to allow him to get back to attempt to free Trinity once more, and she in the long run concurs. Inside the Matrix, the Analyst welcomes Neo to a test, that assuming Trinity volunteers to go liberated from the Matrix, Neo can take her, yet assuming that she declines, Neo will for all time return to the Matrix. Neo concurs. Trinity, as Tiffany, is brought to them and when the inquiry is presented to her, her family shows up. She at first appears to need to go with them, however before long oddballs that reality and perceives that she is Trinity. Neo and Trinity race ahead to give Bugs and the others time to remove themselves, yet the Analyst turns a multitude of controlled people against them. The pair race into a high rise, and with no place else to go, the two leap with Neo hoping to have the option to fly them away. All things being equal, Trinity has come to figure out how to fly and the two get away and recover control of the Matrix. In the fallout, Neo and Trinity return to confront the analyst, guaranteeing him that he will confront desperate results. Would it be a good idea for him he attempt to hold on to control of the Matrix once more? Neo and Trinity both fly away to overhaul the Matrix.